Our project is called MEMOrise. For now, we have three different memorization techniques called highlighting, visualizing, and using tables. We plan to expand this later to have include more memorization techniques, but for now, we will look at these three. All three have similar pathways, and first we'll be looking at the technique for visualizing. So we can click on this button to see and try and explore different methods. So first you'll be given one passage given in just a plain text format to read through, and then we can test how well we can memorize without any specific method used. So after reading it and feeling prepared, I can click on next to start a 10-minute timer so that I can fresh up my memory, go around, take a break, and then come back to this to test myself out with a set of 10 questions. In the interest of time, I will skip the 10-minute timer, but essentially what will happen is that it will lead you to the next page where there will be 10 questions. So I can answer these questions in my own time, and I can perhaps click shopping, even though it's the wrong spelling. Who did she have to bring to the vet? We can say her dog. And if I feel like I'm not prepared to answer the rest, I can just leave it blank and I can submit it to see that, hey, even if my spelling was wrong, it is correct, so that's okay. And if I leave it blank or answer it wrongly, then they will say what my answer should have been so that I can learn better from that and I can see a score at the end as well. So now I can click on learn to try out the method that has been suggested, which is the visualization method. Here, each phrase is broken down into a picture, so I can take a look at the picture, read through it, get my memory better, and then there's a little short footnote on why this method works and how it works so that I understand the reasoning behind it, as well as how I can replicate this into my other study materials so that it's actually applicable to me. So then I click on next again, which gives me another 10-minute countdown timer. So again, in the interest of time, I'll be going straight to the set of 10 questions. So over here, it's a whole different set of 10 questions so that you can't just memorize the answer in the previous one, but it's actually understanding the passage again and then answering another set of 10 questions. So here I can just answer anything. So I say on time perhaps. And again, I can just fill this whole thing up and submit it. And then I can see my score. So I can compare my score from the previous one. So remember how I got 2? I mean, I just did it randomly, but assume that I got 8 and now I got a whole 10 full marks. That means I can see an improvement in my score. So by that means this method works for me and I should use this method. But if I see perhaps in question set 1 I got 8 and here I got another 8 again, then I think I should go back to my home page over here and then I should try out maybe the highlight text or the tabular method to see and go next and so on and so forth. But even if I got an improvement, perhaps I can go back to the home page and still try out the different methods just to see what I have a greater improvement on so that will be my most optimal study method, and that's what I can replicate with the rest of my study materials. Thank you.